How are you?
I'm doing good.
Just for a little shine, okay?
Being an esports pro in 2018 is vastly different than it was even just a couple of years ago. I think especially if you look at the NBA 2K League, because all of these teams are being run by NBA teams.
The desk is next with two of our guests.
You guys the NBA stars or what, man? NBA 2K?
NBA 2K.
You guys gonna be talking about the same or?
Anybody easy? Gonna be talking more.
You're gonna be talking more? Okay.
Because
They're being supported by NBA sponsors. So if you look at our guys, their obligations to our sponsors, to our fans, their schedule on a week-to-week basis can be hectic.
The first 4 weeks of the NBA 2K League, some of which were delivered by our guests. At the desk right now, welcome Raptors Uprising GC, Christopher Doyle, and center Yusuf Abdullah. What do you think people need? Like, what does it take to actually be a good NBA 2K player?
Just putting in the hours necessary. Like, we play, 6 to 8 hours at least a day, and you need to put, those type of hours in to be one of the best players in the world, and consistently play that much each day.
I have like a game show segment I do, where I basically challenge you guys to go from A to Z on a topic. And you have like a limited amount of time and 3 strikes and you're out. And it's kind of like a competition between you guys. And you're gonna look right at the camera and I'll be standing over here. Player names, NBA players. You ready? Yeah. A.
Allen Iverson, Philadelphia 76ers.
Allen Iverson.
Andre Iguodala. Ben Simmons, Philadelphia 76ers. Baron Davis.
Bob.
Sorry?
Bob McAdoo.
He was calling Big L. He said Bob at one point.
He was crying when he said Bob. I'm like, Bob who? He said, Bob
If you can imagine coming from obscurity, where just last year you were playing NBA 2K in your living room, to today you're on a stage, performing for fans, and you've got sponsors who are basically, showcasing you as a professional athlete, not unlike an NBA player. It's been a remarkable experience to be one of these guys and have gone through that transformation.
Look for the lady to call you and to tell you to move.
But it certainly is no easy task. It's, New York for our match, fly home. Sometimes on that Sunday, they'll have a sponsor obligation.
Yes, of course, it takes a team effort. The guys make it easy on me by calling out their icons when they're open. They throw ideas and sets they feel like it'll work, and I call it out, we run it, and luckily, it works out for us.
Some of our guys hadn't traveled prior to joining the NBA 2K League and playing for Raptors Uprising, and it's been months since any of them saw their family or friends. They've been away from home. In some cases, they hadn't left their state, and now they're living in Canada in a whole different country.
I've been in Memphis, Tennessee for 27 years of my life. I barely did any traveling, so that's really all I've seen. And within these past few months, I've traveled more than I have in 27 years of my life. So that's like a big difference.
My kid, my daughter, she's in Minnesota with her mom. She's going through those stages, 3, 4 years old. Like, that's the stages you really want to be there. It's hard, though. Just seeing her face, just having her FaceTime me, tell her she misses me. She wants to go play at the park or come play with me, Daddy. Come watch a movie or something. Like, it's been pretty tough, so, yeah.
I think a lot of people would just look at what we're doing as a luxurious lifestyle. They get paid to play NBA 2K video games all the time, but there's been a lot of sacrifice that's been required to do this as well, and it is a very, very high-pressure job. Another interesting challenge that our guys, are going to have to face this season is that they're living in a gaming house under one roof together. There's no time apart. These guys are going to be living, eating, sleeping, gaming, traveling together for the next 5 months. And that will add an incredible amount of pressure on, especially right now, like we did not perform like we expected to in the tip-off tournament. And that's adding pressure on all the guys, right? We came into the season at the top of most of the power rankings. We certainly don't want to let anybody down.
You can't stop LeBron, but the Warriors got his number. Come on, y'all know that.
Whoever come out the West gonna win. No. Yeah. Come on, stop. Y'all stop.
Okay, well, Westbrook just
gone, bro.
He's just a competitor.
But you gotta win. If you score that much, you win. I'll be like, all right, that's cool.
All the doubles he gave. What if your teammates not performing? No, it ain't supposed to. You make your teammates better, right? So you the best player. Man, Westbrook is a virus, bro. He is. He's giving 47 shots a game.
You telling me? Hold on, you telling me you're helping out Melo in the corner? You telling me you're helping out Melo in the corner?
Help out a slasher
Paul George
defender,
gonna miss
bro.
their shots.
Like, okay, he's a slasher defender, bro. Minu is a slasher defender. Like, that's a big fact.
I like being in the house with the guys. It's easy because most of us went to college, so we've shared dorm rooms, so we had roommates before. And to where it is, like we're in the house and it's big enough for 6 people, so we don't crowd each other's space, you know. Everybody have their own room, so if you feeling down or like you just need to get away, you can just go to your room, close your door, and no one's gonna bother you.
You know, living in a house with 6 guys, you get close with one another, and I honestly believe I've met 5 new best friends, and we feel as though we have one of the most close-knit teams in the league, and we can see that when we go to the studio and when we travel to New York. Our team's together 24/7, and we look at other teams, and some of them are split, so we definitely are one of the closest teams in the league.
We've had the guys out to, all sorts of different types of activations. We've had, media day where we launched our gaming facility, the Bell 5 House.
Yusuf, how's it going, baby?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man.
We had influencers come out from across a ton of different verticals. We had sneakerheads and music influencers and gaming influencers. And the idea there was to really launch our facility, which we knew was best of breed. Our guys out to different gaming expos, LAN tournaments.
Got a little Fortnite, got a little bit of League of Legends. Okay. Score. Tune in, baby. Practice squad going on right now. Let's get it. Hey! Come on, Yusuf. I like that. What are you doing? Hey! Get out of here.
I love the different obligations we have to do, whether it be, media days or, going to sponsored events. I love new experiences. I love to educate people on what we do and help them understand what we do on a day-to-day basis, because there's a lot of misconceptions on, us as pro gamers. People just believe we sit at the house playing 6-10 hours a day and that's all we do, but that's not true.
Follow you guys all on Instagram and everything.
The goal of MLSE Launchpad is to help youth-facing players recognize and reach their potential. We believe sport is the most powerful tool in the world, and we just want to really help young people to unleash all of their talents through sport.
We play for the Raptors team.
My name Trey Hendricks. He next.
Christopher Doyle, gamertag Detoxes.
Yusuf Abdullah from here.
Hey, my name is Kenny, point guard. Now who team Xbox?
Who's PS4?
Who's the best basketball player on the Uprising team?
There's no assurances that any of these guys are actually going to be picked up for the second season. So yeah, it's a dream come true, but it's also a very short dream if you don't perform and if you don't get picked up for another season. This isn't like traditional sports where you come up through an entire development system and you can kind of say with some degree of certainty that you're going to have some longevity in your career, right? As quickly as this, all emerged, it could evaporate.
Hey, we're good.
Hey,
We're good.
Hey, what's locking up, baby? Yeah.
Hey,
man.
great.
I'm here, man. I like that.
And here's the tip.